Hello everyone, welcome to Adira's Easy Talks. Today's topic is Old English Literature. In order to avoid getting it lengthy, I have divided the period into two videos. Do watch the other video also, okay? So now, let us talk about our topic, Old English Literature. Let us talk about the beginning of Britain. The old inhabitants of Britain were the Celts, as you know. They came from somewhere in the continent and they established their society in Britain. It was a very tribal society, just dominated by kingship relations. And they had their own Celtic languages and they had their own Celtic pagan religion. And Julius Caesar, 10 years before his death, he visited Britain. Maybe he might be having an idea of conquering the land. Maybe. After Caesar's death, many years later, the Romans invaded the Celts, that is, the Britain. Romans were very militaristic people, very powerful people. It was that time of the Roman Empire and the beginning of the ADs. The Romans established good infrastructure. That is, they built roads, buildings, and everything became systematized during that period. The Celts were happy in the Roman rule, but they were powerless, and it was the beginning of the 5th century AD. During that time, the Romans all left Britain and went back to Rome because Rome itself was attacked by the barbarians. Do you know why? Roman Empire had flourished during that time, and that's why these barbarians had attacked the land. Rome. Okay. The Roman generals became corrupt. They were living a life of pleasure and luxury without caring for military conquest. This was the right time for the barbarians to attack Rome, and all the Romans left Britain. The story is told by Edward Gibbon's Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire. This Roman Empire was actually not one Roman Empire, it was two, the Western Roman Empire and the Eastern Roman Empire. The Western Roman Empire fell in the beginning of the 5th century and the Eastern Roman Empire was flourishing for 1000 years more, and that is the Byzantine Empire. The Western Roman Empire had the Eastern Roman Empire had its capital in Byzantium and it fell to the Turks in the 15th century. Remember the year, that is in 1453. Now, the Celts were left without a ruler. All the Romans left England more or less, and barbarians began to attack both Rome and Britain at the same time. The Celts could not defend themselves. One of their warlords went and invited mercenary tribes to come and protect them. From the continents, two leaders, remember the name, Hengist and Horsa, they brought their mercenary troops and defended the Celts. Hengist and Horsa were the earliest Anglo-Saxons. Angles, Saxons and Jutes, that is the three tribes, came to protect the Celts. They understood the beauty of the island and began to settle down. And they stayed in England. Okay. Then that marked the period of Anglo-Saxon, that is the Anglo-Saxon period. Okay. The Anglo-Saxon period started in the 8th to the 5th century AD, and this period is the Old English period. The English language and culture of English is that of the Angles, Saxons and Jutes respectively. Old English language is very difficult. It was synthetic and inflectional. That is, the whole word will change according to the grammar function. And it was full of Germanic words. Okay. Remember, the language is very synthetic and inflectional. They used lots of Germanic words also. Okay. There were 4 major English dialects during the period. What are they? They are number 1, Northumbrian, then number 2, Mercian, number 3, West Saxon, and number 4, Kentish. Out of which the West Saxon dialect was the most important, and Old English had various genres also, which were both religious and secular. For example, we have the genre hagiography. What is hagiography? That is about the lives of saints. Okay, then we have the epic. And in the prescribed syllabus, we have to study Beowulf. It is an epic, Old English epic. Okay. So we have Beowulf the text to study. We will deal with it in the later classes. Okay. Both poetry and prose were written in Old English, and both secular and Christian themes were also employed. Most of what we know about Old English literature has come to us from whom? You know the name. It is Venerable Bede. And some other historians also. The oldest writer that we know in Old English period is Caedmon. And what is the peculiarity of Caedmon? He is the father of Old English poetry. When we hear that he is a father of Old English poetry, we might be thinking that he had written many poems. No, it is not like that. He only wrote a poem of 9 lines, and the poem is called Caedmon's Hymen. That is the only poem that this man written. Okay, then we have other writers like Sinwulf or Kinwulf, then Alfric, then Venerable Bede, and all were important authors of Old English period. So, in the next video, we will be looking at the rest of Old English literature part, and do watch the other video also. Thank you.